What's up, everybody? How you doing? Let me just unmute Martijn here and then we can get started. I'll make sure he's on the big screen here and he's unmuted. So now we should be able to hear him. Right, Martijn?
Hello.
Hey,
yeah, I'm here.
There he is. Very good.
How you doing?
So how you doing, everybody? Welcome back. We are now running a livecast via Twitch because we've got a couple more tools to run this, so we figured that would be a little more useful than with Facebook.
Then with Facebook Live, yeah. Facebook Live is okay, but it's not ideal.
Exactly. Let me just make some. I need to make some small tweaks. I see, so you can continue, Martijn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that I have power, that I have everything, because my laptop, my internet here is weird. It's a story. But I need to make sure that so now I'm good. So now my telephone has power. I'm gonna switch later on to my laptop camera, but my laptop just didn't want to start up. It's been 15 minutes for my laptop to start up. So,
that is strange because like we were just chatting, like I was just surprised because you just bought a new laptop, right? So what happened there?
But well, my internet my new laptop is good. It's very good, but my internet connection over here in the house, we have like an electromagnetic field that makes sure that our Wi-Fi is not working correctly. So my Wi-Fi keeps kicking me out.
Right.
And then you lose video feed. And this laptop actually has a wired connection. So that's the reason why I need to do this on my older laptop, which is like doesn't suck balls, but it's coming close. So so I'm starting it up now, but it takes so long. I just don't know why as well, because it's like a laptop from 4 years ago, so it's not even that old, but it needs to be cleaned, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
And I'm good with like social media and stuff, but I'm not good with like computers itself. I can do some stuff, but I cannot do like a full cleanup for a PC. That's not something I would do.
Right.
So I have some work to do, and I think I'm gonna ask my brother nicely to do it for this PC because he knows how to do it.
Right. Let me I'll just make a couple of tweaks because Need Moon Turn it said we can see the Discord. Yeah, I just popped out the conversation. Give me a second here.
Close the blinds.
There we go. Now I got it. Yeah. There we go. Much bigger now. Good.
And this is better as well because the blinds are a bit closer now. So
yeah, I mean, usually what happens is that if you have a lot of backlighting, your camera has some trouble making the light look better. So like I mentioned, for the camera I'm using now, it's just my built-in laptop camera, but I just got a light, and that makes all the difference because then your camera doesn't have to adjust for lighting in the background all the time. So So but it's very good to see everyone. I'm gonna join in Twitch in a second. So we've got a couple of people in here. We got Milos in here, we got Acold, we got Risen, we got Moonturnade, we got Mr. Brutal. So we got a nice group going on right here already, so that's good.
It feels like the gang. I don't know.
Yeah, the Twitch gang here, right?
If I see Milos, well, those are the guys who are always there, so that's good. And we actually have a lot of news today. Yeah, it's been quite a while now that we make everything planned. We had a new Discord server. We had our Patreons. We had our 40K tabletop simulator tournament, and right now we are just expanding on it. And that's why we wanted to see all of you guys today, because we have some exciting news for a lot of you.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Do you have the? So what we're going to start with, Danny? I mean.
Well, let me have a look because I was still tweaking all the other stuff. I see we also got Crowd Gaming in here. Good morning. GWFW Blood Angel here. There you go.
How's Hong Kong at the moment?
Hong Kong at the moment is warm. It's warm and humid. It's really the season for rain. So we've had like monsoon warnings on our phones, like the SMS text alerts that you would get normally, like for national situations. So we had that a few times. I actually got them here. It says strong monsoon signal, tropical cyclone warnings, and then rainstorm warning. So we're in a good spot. I mean, it's about the tropical cyclone. What's the name? Naru? No, I don't know what it is, but it's hitting India, I believe. So we get the tail end, which just means we have a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and high humidity. But it's like 32, 33 degrees. But with the air conditioning, it's okay.
If you give me 2 seconds, I'm going to switch to my laptop now. So give me
no
a
worries,
minute,
no worries.
and then I'll come back with.
All right. So he'll be right back. But then, So I mean, Hong Kong is. Oh, I hear myself now. Oh, there it is. Okay, he's coming back. There he is. But yeah, I mean, it's normally you only get those with tsunamis and earthquakes. What do you mean? Yeah, the warnings echoed. Yeah, exactly. So, but in this case, they do warn you properly, so that's fine. And other than that, I mean, it's been a bit turbulent lately, of course, because of the protests are coming back with some more like developments on legislation and everything. So yeah, I won't get too much into that, but it's an interesting development. Let's put it that way. Like we keep our eyes on the news to see how that goes, and yeah, that's the best we can do right now.
So Danny, do you hear yourself now or not?
No, I don't. No.
Okay, because I keep lighting up on Discord. But can you see me now? Is the screen good?
The screen is fine. Your microphone is crackling a little bit.
My microphone is crackling.
Yeah, like it's.
And I see my screen is a little bit twitchy, but I think that's because of my CPU being over 100%.
Yeah, no. So it's I think maybe.
If everything's down, I think I'm good.
Well, yeah, the microphone is not good enough, I would say.
It's not good enough?
No, because it's like on the high ends you get some kind of crackling noise. So yeah, Cruel says same for the viewers. Martijn is hard to understand. Yeah.
And before I switched, it was way better. Okay.
Yeah, the microphone was better. So the thing is, chat, we've been testing this for like what, an hour, I think, before this. I think we had a call for over an hour, 1.5 hours, getting everything ready, and then you see when the moment is there, then things are not working as you expect.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back to my phone, okay? Because this is not working.
Yeah, sure. So this morning you were just calling on your phone then, or this afternoon?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was my laptop, and I'll go back to it.
All right. So switch back. Cruel says, does this mean I can sell Martijn's Conyard? Yes, you can actually sell Martijn's construction yard if you have 10,000 channel points. Cruel, that's how it works. And there he is. All right.
And I'm back on my phone.
Yes. Okay then.
Not a deal, and I think I'm gonna go through my gigabytes for internet really fast. But yeah.
I thought you had like 10 gigs every month or something, right?
No, 40 gigs.
Just 40. Okay, well then. You can upload and download 10 movies and all other stuff while we're doing this.
And then still be okay.
Yeah, Cruel says no plan survives first contact with the enemy. So, so it's going to be a live cast today. I see Moonturn. It says, "Oh, this is just what I needed on this slow day." So I'm glad to hear that. We're gonna make the time pass a little easier for you. So here we are. Yep.
Okay, so let me give you. I'm gonna go on the Twitch as well, so I could also read.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna go on Twitch on my on
your computer, yeah.
On my computer now, yeah.
Might as well.
It's not. Yeah. So good to see all you guys. I'm finally settled. I'm kind of boxed in because I have to go. I was using the wire. And the wire actually is not long enough to go to my usual workspace.
Wow.
So
yeah,
it's kind of improvising for me. But I love it. It's in the end we'll always have. I always have good stuff. I don't know.
It happens.
Like I have a bad electrical aura around me.
Yeah. Well, you were talking about the fact that you had like this Wi-Fi problem with this kind of cage of Faraday in your home, which is very strange.
Yep.
Ekel says, I don't get any
it-
channel points because I'm a mod, but that's a different kind of power high. Yeah, and so we weren't able to activate the channel points in this channel yet because you need to engage two-factor authentication again. So I looked into that this morning, and you can only do that by mobile phone number and a text message. And the problem is that if either me or Stefan is streaming, and he needs a two-factor authentication on my phone, I'll be sleeping because of the time difference. So that we need to figure something out. But we'll make it work this way. I mean, in the end, the channel points are not the key thing here.
No. Okay, so.
So have you
let's
recently played
open
any
up.
games, Martijn?
Yeah, I've been playing Age of Sigmar on Tabletop Simulator and on the club days back in Breda starting up again.
Oh yeah.
So this weekend I'll have a 40k game as well with my Dark Angels. I'm gonna discuss with the guy to see if we can implement some 9th edition rules already.
Okay. Interesting.
Better to practice. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just take the small board or.
Yeah, I mean you could try it. Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've actually played quite a few games, and I'm getting back into the gaming groove.
Good. That's good. It's been a while, right?
I really missed it a lot.
Yeah. I know, man.
I mean, me and my girlfriend, we play board games sometimes,
Yeah.
but that's not the same as a tabletop game. It's
No.
very different.
No, for sure. It is different. Like, but I have to say, Tabletop Simulator makes life a bit easier for me, though. Like, whenever, like, I played a bit more a couple of weeks ago. Now it's been a bit busy, but it does keep you connected with the gaming group. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
I think that's very
indeed,
nice.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And especially since we have the Tabletop Simulator tournament at the moment going on. So we really see. I mean, I'm watching games more than I'm playing. I mean, I just look at in Discord server or something. And
Yeah. Yeah.
works out quite well.
Risen Air, like Gorwin in chat says he still wants a rematch with me. That's okay, my friend. We can plan that one. No worries. Yeah. Moon Tyranid says TTS is a gap filler. Yes, for sure it is. I mean, we had some short discussion also on Facebook with our good friend Gustav from the Malmo Warhammer 40k group, and he was worried that the TTS might, or digital games might replace tabletop wargaming, and I said, well, I don't think so, because if that would be the case, it would have already happened. Why would it take until 2020 for that to happen if we have the means already? So I think nothing can beat the social aspect, and playing with people like face to face around a table is not going to go anywhere.
No,
Akel says yes.
Here to stay.
Akel says just like
If you
Tabletop
see-
Simulator replaced real life football. Yeah, for sure not. Yeah, or FIFA. I mean, yeah, no, FIFA did
Yeah,
not
yeah.
replace real life football. No, so
It's an extra.
yeah. Milo says
I
tabletop
mean-
gaming is way more fun in real life than in game. Yeah, of course, indeed. But Tabletop Simulator is a nice way, I would say, to test armies, to test deployments, or test different games, or quickly test different things if you don't have the models yet.
Yeah.
But tabletop gaming will
Going
not go
into
anywhere. Yeah.
Going to a 6 round, through 6 rounds in TTS is kind of like straining for me. I mean, 6 rounds is normally you play 3 hours, but on TTS it's probably going near 5 hours,
Yeah.
which is a bit too long for
Yeah.
me. So usually with 40k games, especially at the state where it is now, you usually know after game 3 or turn 3 or 4 where it's going to go. And if it's not going that way, then you have a good game, and else you'll still have a good game. But then you after three rounds, you usually can say, okay, I can never get enough points to get back with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't catch up, so, Yeah, true. Yeah. Moon Tyranid says I will use Tabletop Simulator to practice more now. Yeah, that makes sense. And ultimately, for me, it's going to stay active. Like, even if you guys in the Netherlands will be able to get back to tabletop gaming, it's good for me to kind of keep running some games with you guys on TTS, because we can't do that face to face. And I have to say the scene.
I've seen the pictures from Hong Kong playing a tournament, and I was like, well,
that's
not really the 8th.
I've done some research, and I've played a game a smaller test game, but that doesn't really matter. But I've seen some tournament games or some tables where they were using some kind of tables format. I think it was like 3x4 or something. It was very thin, which means you always start playing hammer and anvil deployment. It was interesting because in the end, I have to still give credit to the guys who organize it, because the space is very expensive in Hong Kong. So you don't have super big venues or like big stores in general. There's one store that I've been to a couple of times who do have, I would say, 10 tables, maybe 8. 6x4, so they were able to run a proper like 2000 ITC 40k game, I would say. But most of the other stores really don't have it. They just have small pop-up stores. It's the same as in the GWs, where they could barely fit in a 4x4 table, and that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean they're making do with what they have, but it is definitely very different from what we're used to, or what I was used to.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Corbin says, no, you just have to come here for a tabletop game. Yeah, I know, but we need to crowdfund the tickets every time then, Risen.
Yeah.
It's not, it's going to get expensive. It's an expensive board game to play.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But didn't you say that you were trying to come over at the Super Major?
Yes. So I'll be discussing that with the family this Sunday. We have a family call, also to plan to make some Christmas or end of year plans. And that is indeed a combination with the end of November. So if we can make that happen, that means I will be there for the ITC Super Major in the Netherlands.
Oh, you hear that, guys?
Yes.
I think that's major news.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Major.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Akol is asking, how are the painting standards in Hong Kong? Actually, they are pretty good. So it's the same as you would see in any like average hobby group. You would see beginners, you would see veterans who are not in it for the painting, but sometimes I see gems passing by that look amazing. Like some of the really good stuff. Also on the Warhammer Facebook groups, like the conversion and the painting groups, I see originating in the Hong Kong group, which is very interesting. So there's a couple of ladies and gentlemen in there who do amazing paint jobs. So yeah, that's pretty good, because you can do that in your own space, right? You don't need a big table to play.
No. So I imagine that a lot of people in Hong Kong will be more in the hobby side than in the playing side. And then if a community keeps growing, then ultimately there will be a more playing competition going on.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
there's quite a big, well, there's an ITC circuit, I believe, also in Shanghai area, like in mainland China. But what I do understand is that a couple of people from the Hong Kong team went there for a tournament, and they noticed that most of the codexes were actually in Chinese, and the translation is not as on point as you thought it would be. So that the reason why Alliance Open says it's English codexes only does not apply there, and they say the Mandarin codex is leading. So you would have very interesting discussions there if you're basing your army on the English codex, and suddenly there's some kind of typo in the Chinese one, and suddenly that doesn't happen. So they had some complications with that before. But let's see how that goes.
Just keep talking, Danny. I'm just gonna. If I get out of screen, but I have to do something. So
no worries. We'll just see you twisting and turning around. So that's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there was a couple of people from Hong Kong who traveled to mainland China to play in the tournament, but they had some like minor rules differences that became major problems. So that kind of ruined it a bit for them. But who knows? Maybe if they can, either GW ups their game on Chinese codexes, or I don't know, or otherwise an English codex just won't cut it, because they will not switch. I don't think they will switch the Chinese tournaments to English codexes. That's not going to happen.
No,
that's not
gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't see you moving anymore. By the way, probably in a different app or screen, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm in a different screen, and I'm trying to get web WhatsApp on this because this laptop was, of course, not connected. And
right.
My camera on my phone is also broken.
All right, then.
So,
we can just copy me twice on both of these screens, okay? And then at least I can keep moving.
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we'll work it out. That's fine. We can still hear you just fine, so that's important.
No, yeah, but I'm just gonna come back because it doesn't work, and if it doesn't work, well, yeah.
All right, no problem. Akel says a different location in his house with another EMP field. Yeah, I guess, but I don't think he moved. I think he just stayed in the same place. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Milos. See you in a bit.
Okay,
Moonturn,
and
it says, I
I'll just have
can't
to
wait
book
to
in and
play
out
an
again
Age of
because
Sigmar
my-
tournament again. Yeah, so an Age of Sigmar tournament would be nice, wouldn't it? Right, Martijn?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back on you on that, and I'm gonna come back in.
Okay, he's already dropped. All right, then. Well, the thing is, like, the reason why my kit is fairly stable is because, of course, I use it a bit more frequently. I see what you did there. Right, I called. Hey, there we go. This is much better.
Yeah, I'm back.
Good.
I just wanna let everybody know because I'm kind of I'm the AO guy for Age of Sigmar, and I just want to let everybody know in the Age of Sigmar chat for what's happening. But I just cannot go into WhatsApp now. So, well, I'm screwed. No, not screwed, but I'll just.
It's all right. We can share the video later.
I'll just shout out to them later. It's no problem.
Sure.
Okay.
Akel says, don't move or change your setup or breathe, Martijn.
I'm just gonna sit here for another hour, and just gonna.
Yeah, don't move, don't breathe. Yes.
So I'll just take root over here.
Exactly. Okay. Good. Good.
Okay.
So let's.
Shall we go to our agenda?
Yes. Let's go to the agenda. Take it away.
Funny thing is I can read it now because I.
Oh, you can.
Open my...
Okay. Hold on. All right. So we are going to talk about the following. So we're going to give some updates on the upcoming events. So that's going to be an upcoming Age of Sigmar Tabletop Simulator event. We're going to do a painting competition and a terrain day, which is planned real soon. Then we are going to have a look at the new releases of 40k, because they're all exciting. We're going to look at some current numbers of our events, so where we are today, like with how many tickets are sold and how many people are already attending. Then you have some information about Van der Valk, I believe, Martijn, about the Amsterdam hotel.
Earlier today, so.
And then we figured we could also show some photos from the Alliance Open Discord, because the hobby chat has been very active, and there's some really good work in there.
Yep, it's working. I've seen a lot of nice pictures. So let's hope we can inspire some people.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so we start off with all the new events, right? So
yes,
currently we have a Tabletop Simulator tournament for 40k running, and we'll be starting an Age of Sigmar Tabletop Simulator tournament as well in 2 weeks. So it's going to be not the upcoming Monday, but the Monday after that. We will be starting our AOS Tabletop Simulator tournament, which is also a qualifier for the Grand Tournament that's going to be coming in September.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very easy. You, if you want to play AOS, you send in a list. You play one game a week, and the pairings will be on Pun. And after on the Sunday we have all the numbers, and on Monday you'll get another pairing. And you just talk on the Discord server to the guy who will be your opponent, and then you can go on playing the next battle.
Right.
After a month, there will be one winner, and that winner will win a Grand Tournament ticket.
Madi says,
number two,
Madi 1994, welcome to the chat. He or she says, go Fly Moon. I hope Fly Moon to win today.
And I don't know who Fly Moon is.
What do you mean with Fly Moon?
Madi.
Yeah.
Madi? Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay.
Go on, Martijn.
Yeah, so that's going to be our. We'll open the registration as soon after. We're going to open it today after we're done with the livecast.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few things with all our competitions that's going to go online. We have our own Patreon, as some of you may know. And to be eligible to compete, you have to be a member of our Patreon.
Mm.
That means that for the minimum of €2 a month, you can be part of our Alliance Open community, you'll be part of our Discord server, and you can enter all the events we'll be doing.
Right.
Next to that, there are some people who are saying, well, I don't want to join a Patreon because I don't have a credit card or something. You can actually contact us, send us a message like I want to be a Patreon for, and then you just say what tier you want to have for like 6 months, and then we'll just send you a bank request, and then you'll be part of the Alliance Open community.
Yeah, you'll get the same perks.
We'll do all the administration and everything, so that's you don't have to do anything about it.
Right.
You'll get a link to get invited to a Discord server, and then you can join everything. So we prefer Patreons, but if you don't want to, we can actually go around it a bit.
Yeah,
so,
we can make it work. But it's Patreon is actually a very easy to use platform for both users and creators. So that's why we try to funnel everything through one platform, if possible and preferable.
It's the easiest for us, and it also gives the people a good insight on how many people already supporting the Alliance Open.
Yes.
We're currently at around 20 Patreons. I mean, that's for us, that's already a great help, especially in this time.
For sure.
And we see that the community is growing. We notice there's currently a lot of Warhammer 40k people on it. So that's why we want to give the AOS community the same treatment, and make sure that the Discord server will also have a lot of fancy photos. Because I see a lot of Space Marines, I see Necrons, I see everything, but I would really love some fancy as well. Because
I put some Stormtroopers on there for Star Wars Legion.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Corbin says, and Blood Bowl. Yeah, exactly. I mean, ultimately,
and Blood Bowl, yeah.
Ultimately, it is like if you've been in the hobby for a while and you've seen the rise and fall of internet forums. That's what it reminds me of, because it's been like you went from internet forums to WhatsApp equivalents, doesn't matter which platform, and then
WhatsApp and Facebook,
yeah, exactly, and Facebook as well, yeah. So that, I mean, and the forums were a place where data is reviewable. You can go back and see it. People post blogs or project logs or all that kind of stuff, or army list reviews, hobby information, everything. And then I see that coming back in the Discord again, and actually I find it very entertaining.
Yeah. I see a lot of similarities with forums, indeed. But it's because it's like social media. It's so easy to post everything. I mean, it's easy to post pictures. It's easy to post a document if needed. You can easily make your post look interesting. Discord actually is, for me, it's one of the best apps that has been released in the last few years, together with Twitch, because it's so good. Yeah. I don't see a lot of problems with Discord. Actually, not.
Cruel says forums have a permanence. All the WhatsApp and other chats don't, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, like in a forum, you can really like go back to a thread. You don't really have threads in Discord. You just have channels. That's fair. Like you don't have separate threads. Yeah.
So coming back to the events that we'll be running, we'll even run our first online painting competition.
Yes.
And it's going to be very easy. It's going to be you paint, because we're getting ready for 9th edition. You're going to paint one model. It has to be a character or a hero. Like if you want to paint AOS, of course you can do that. And then you have until the release day of 9th edition, and we'll do an unboxing and a live show at that day, on that day to announce the winner. And there are not a lot of rules. It's just character or hero. It needs to be based, and you have to post 3 pictures on our Discord server on the channel, which will be opening as soon as this is done. So make sure that you get a nice camera if you want good pictures. But usually, please don't use filters. We would just want direct photos, so no filters, because with filters you can do a lot of magic at the time. And after that, I mean, we just want to make sure that everybody gets a good chance to vote. If there will be a tie, the votes from us as the TOs will be the tiebreakers, and that's it. So you have around a month to paint one model. I think it's quite good, right?
Yep.
I mean,
pretty good. For sure. I mean, you should be able to pull that off, and it's kind of leading us into the new edition, and also to kind of keep a, how do you say, keep a kind of external motivation to keep painting. Crew says, I missed the start. Why are we painting a model? We're going to do a painting competition on the Alliance Open Discord, Crew. That's the plan. So the rules pack is ready, I think. So we're about to launch that.
Yeah. So it's going to be very easy. Just you paint one model. I have to add that you post a picture as the gray model, or at least an undercoated model or something, but it's not already painted, and you just pick a model from 2 years ago. We want to see you paint a 9th age, like one model ready to get ready for the 9th edition.
Exactly.
So, well, Dino, how about you?
Amsterdam Bella Brother says, if anybody wants their Photoshop to win, you can contact me.
Yeah,
exactly.
In the end, the winner will win a brush holder from the Alliance Open, as you're actually used to, and you'll win a billboard. We'll make a billboard with your model on it on the poster, and it's going to be on the tables for Alliance Open. So that's. That sounds good, right?
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Cruel says, who do I need to bribe to win? And A Cold offers, so how much are you willing to pay me?
Yeah.
That's not the intent here, gentlemen. I see the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah. Or more a business...
more a business transaction there,
yeah. So, those are the 2 online tournaments, actually, isn't it? Like the one that we were planning?
Yep.
And next to that, we're gonna release tickets soon for the Age of Sigmar Grand Tournament in September.
Yes.
Because we actually had word from Van der Valk, and it's gonna be a good possibility for them to. Everything stays the same, so you still get lunch. You have to. They will make sure that you sanitize your hands, and that you, if you want a mask on, you of course get your mask on. There's like latex gloves and everything.
They mentioned how they're going to manage the 1.5 meter thing.
There are lines on there.
Okay.
So on the ground, and if you they said if you don't uphold the 1.5 meters, you will just be removed. It's easy as that.
All right. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Like, I mean, I think everybody will understand the situation, and we'll be able to manage with these. Like, especially if you have a clear floor markers, everything, it should be really straightforward, right? Okay, that's good. That's good.
And we are discussing how we're going to do it. Maybe if the buffet lunch will be downstairs, because if there's a lot of people upstairs, we'll get over the 100 people.
Right.
So we're going to make sure that we have, just like Cool said, long enough breaks, and make sure that that we are there's no problem with maintaining that 1.5 meters.
I mean, ultimately, I think we are usually, of course, we're very transparent in how we create plans on scheduling or like these kind of things. If there's any questions, we will always answer. And in this case, if people would have questions like, oh, why is the day like starting the same time or earlier and maybe finishing later, like, well, of course you need to reserve more time for all these precautions and everything. So I'm sure the community will be understanding. I think the community will already, and that's just me speaking here, would be very happy to already just stand around the table and roll some dice. Your own dice. You cannot touch anyone's dice. But it's we've been racking our brain for months, I should say, within the team, like on how, like what this would mean for a Warhammer event. So yeah.
Yes, indeed. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have 48 tickets for the event, or around 48. Maybe we're gonna do 45, 40, 44 or something. But we'll have to see, because we need to do another. We want to do another event as well.
Yes.
So it's gonna be 2 days, 5 games, 3 games on the Saturday, 2 games on the Sunday, 2,000 points, general handbook missions. We are working with Mark Wilson from England, on making it a better rule spec than it was before, because we've had a lot of good talk about it with most of the guys saying, okay, the secondaries are not that good, so we're working on it. Me and Fabian are actually finalizing the rule spec the upcoming weeks, and tickets will be sold. And I'm going to look at my calendar for a second. The tickets will go online on The Friday, the 3rd of July, the tickets will go online, and then the 26th, for people who already are who are part of our Patreon program and pay €4 a month or more, they are part of our early bird program, and they can buy the tickets already a week earlier.
Yep.
So just so you know, if you want to be the first to have that ticket, 48 tickets for the first grand tournament after the Corona breakout.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a big chance that the whole community in Holland says, I want to be on that tournament. I mean, how long is it ago that you have played some different people than your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whatever, or your gaming club? Now you have the chance to play a lot of other people as well. So
yeah, I mean, I would be excited. Personally,
and so me and Fabian will actually be the TOs this time. And we're gonna see if we can maybe get some more help. But because I'm gonna play a lot of AOS in the upcoming time, I'll be pro by then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Cruel is asking, are there any updates on the sanitation rules yet, like compulsory masks, using your own dice, and things like that?
Yeah.
I would say most of the things will be as per the Dutch guidelines, because there's still a lot we need to finalize to at least kind of decisions. But I don't think we can force a group of people to wear a mask, for example. That might be that might go a tad too far. If it was a tournament in Hong Kong, everybody would already wear it. And the Netherlands is a different, I would say culturally different situation. So we will stay. We will stay as close as possible and more to the government guidelines for the event. Yeah. That's the best approach we can take.
The things that Cruel said is actually compulsory masks are probably not going to be a no, but we'll probably be able to provide masks. We're not sure yet, but if you want to make sure that you have a mask, just bring your own. And you use your own dice. You'll stay at your side of the table. If you have any discussions, just make sure that you switch places. I've been to our first Breda Strike Force club day, and we noticed that how hard it is. It takes some getting used to, but it is not impossible to.
Corbin says black and blue masks with the AO logo on it sounds like good business to me. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Well, there are actually factories doing
this. Yeah, we can, right?
You can actually think about it. Yeah. Sounds awesome.
I like this.
Okay.
All right.
So Eichhold asks for the price. We're gonna uphold the same price as we did at the start of the year, and that was, I think, €86.50. I think.
Asdru Tuning is asking, maybe I missed it, but what about Corona measures at the Hanseatic GT? I would say Asdru in the same situation as per the guidelines of the German government, plus more, what we see fit. So it will be at least as strict as the government requirements, and more if we think that is appropriate.
Yep.
We'll take the strictest ruling.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
So we have to wait. Upcoming week, there's going to be a press conference again from the Dutch government, talking how the guidelines for the upcoming time. There probably will be news around how many people can attend events and stuff. So if we notice that there's a big, we can go over 100, because currently we can just go 100 in Holland.
Yeah.
We'll just see if we can do another extra tournament or something. But as it is of now, we can just go to 100. And in Germany, they are upholding at the moment 100 people, but there's a big chance that they're gonna increase the amount of people as well. So, in the Hanseatic GT, we have an extra room, making sure that we can we can keep that 1.5 meters between tables. So we already thought about it.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. Especially for events like this, because it's it's interesting. And then GW makes the table smaller, so we cannot even have 1.5 meters across the table. Come on, man.
Yeah. But I think that would be something that we have one like 4 feet across, a little over 4 feet across on most of our tables.
Yeah.
So if you just stand behind your table, it's good.
Yes.
I mean,
you don't
gonna
put your
make
face on
our
the edge of the
tables
table.
bigger,
So, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not standing on the edges all the time, like. So yeah, and ultimately,
Yeah, so
we also have to. Of course, you plan for as much as you can, but you also have to bank on a person's responsibilities. I should say, like they of course you need to also take care of yourself. You cannot expect a system to just blindly take care of you. But of course, we'll do as much as we can do to make that work.
Yeah, indeed. For all our upcoming events, we can just say we listen to the guidelines of the government, and if we seem it appropriate to do a little bit more because it's a different game, then we'll do it. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all we can say for now.
Yeah. I see Astro is asking, Martijn, did you already see the venue in Utrecht?
Yeah, we actually had a video on it for it was on our Instagram, but we did a live video on it.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing venue. It's very huge. It easily will fit 256 people. So there's not going to be any problems for that. For our GT, for our Super Major.
Yeah, I saw the connectivity you had with public transportation was amazing. Like it's like you walk out of the Utrecht Central Station, it's like 2 minutes away. It's right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, there's like a back alley, which is 2 minutes to go through the gates for the for Utrecht Central Station. If you want to go to the parking, it's also 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it actually there's good toilets. There's a lot of toilets. The lighting is very good. The sound is good. It's very open. The ceiling is higher than it is in Van der Valk, so you get a little more spatial feeling. So yeah, it's very good. Well, Moontirit, the Jaarbeurs, actually, it's in the expo hall, and it's part of the Jaarbeurs company, but it's a different space, not really different, but so it's not the Jaarbeurs as you're used to.
Yeah. Astro says, I got my hotel across the square already. Oh, excellent planning there, my friend. That's good. Yeah. Taking action right away.
It's a big square as well.
Yeah.
And if the weather is good, maybe we can do some, see if we can get some cosplayers over there. I mean, the week before is Comic-Con. I don't know if it's gonna go through, but maybe there's already people in the area with
who knows
weird ass customs.
Who knows? We're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
If you know any guys who are cosplaying and want to come join us and just go on pictures, maybe
put them into contact.
Just put them into contact.
Exactly. Yeah, let them reach out to us, or given the contact information, we'll reach out to them. All good. But that would be fun. Yeah. Like when we had on May the 4th last year, we had the 501st Dutch Garrison of the Star Wars cosplayers coming over. That was really cool.
Yep.
So if we can do that again, I think that would be very nice. Yeah.
So for you guys wondering if the 40K Super Major for the numbers, we can actually go to the numbers right now.
We might as well.
Yeah, we might as well. We are at 166 tickets sold.
Yeah, 166 tickets sold out of the 256.
Yeah,
so we have 90 tickets left. Yeah.
So it's around 65%.
So it is already bigger than our November GT, mind you.
Yeah.
The fact that we're not sold out.
It's the biggest tournament in Holland up to date.
Exactly. Yeah, we are already over the numbers that we had last year in November. Yeah.
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 And if everything goes to plan, according to plan, will be the first super major tournament on the mainland of
in Europe. Yes. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And actually one of the first super major in Europe, the whole of Europe. And why? Because the London Grand Tournament cannot be considered a super major because they don't play enough games. We play 7 games or 8 games. 8 games, I guess.
Yeah, the ITC Super Major has specific criteria you need to meet. Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, and we're already stressing out for 6 months, 5 months. It's 5 months in advance for terrain and everything. So because there's a
Yeah.
lot of things we have to do.
Astro says, "I'm a professional cosplayer as a Village People band member." Okay, we're expecting you. Then okay.
Yeah.
So drum up a couple of friends, and we want to see the Village
Yeah.
People marching into the ITC Super Major venue. Okay.
And
You got
and as
yourself a deal.
Are you the Indian or are you? I mean,
I think it's more like a police officer, I think.
oh yeah, Mr. Brutal is very good. We forgot our terrain day announcement on our upcoming events.
Well, we're not done yet.
Well, we're just skipping through the agenda. Like, doesn't matter. We're gonna stay with Super Major, and then after that we'll come back to the terrain day.
Risen says it is that I'm playing Necrons. Otherwise, I would be there as a guard again, like on the Iron Man tournament. Well, maybe you could just do like spray some light green on you, like you've been hit with a Gauss flare as a guardsman. Would that work?
Yeah, or you can just get the lead belcher and then just spray yourself.
If you, yeah, just spray yourself silver, like drape some cream-colored like fabric over you. Just go as a flayed one. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You can pull it off.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Or you can go as one of the new models, like the plasma side.
Like
just
the
get
thick...
some arms open.
Witness me, exactly like in Mad Max, Mr. Brutal. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so but the Super Major is still going strong as it looks now. The smaller table sizes going to be implemented by us as well, meaning we have a little bit more space to get around. So those 256 players easily will fit, no problem.
Yeah, with some more space in between. Yeah.
What it does mean though is that since we don't know what the rules or the guidelines will be from the government, we will, as long as there are no apparent changes, we will only play Warhammer 40k. There will be no other games next to it, except if we see that there is still space and we have the green light. We will be doing another game, which will probably be another GW game, since that will be the easiest for us to maintain. So don't expect another event next to it just yet, except if the government changes.
Ultimately, we approach this whole thing, especially for the last couple of months, I would say almost like definitely week by week. Nowadays, we kind of go from update to update from the Dutch government, and that's the only guideline we can really use because everything is so weird right now, and especially because of course we're already deviating. We were already deviating from our original plan by going to a new venue because we had to. And then this thrown into the mix adds a lot more variety to or variables than we expected. So we are just taking it as we get the information, and we have to play it as safe as we can.
It's been one hell of a year for us.
Yeah, for everybody, but for sure for a group that runs events, it has been pretty drastic.
Yeah.
At least we can laugh about it. Hopefully. Yeah. In 2021, when we witness the fireworks of the end of the year, hopefully we'll be in a different situation again. Better situation. I won't say different.
Of course, we talked
better.
with CJ about this year, and then we had if you looked at our path in 2020, what we were planning, and if you look at it now, it's like such a drastic change.
Yep.
There's a lot of things we got done. I mean, we had our Alliance Armory sales went through the roof because we did the.
We made the instruction videos. We redid part of the supply chain for Alliance Armory products. We launched a lot of digital products because we went that way because that's what we could provide to you guys.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, we were planning for other things. So we also think about contingency plans. If November, for some reason, would still not be able to happen, the chances are very high that it will. But if not, then at least we're ready. These kind of things have to be.
So you guys don't have to worry that that Super Major will never happen.
Exactly.
Don't worry, it will happen.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Cruel says improvise, adapt, overcome. Yeah, indeed.
Okay, so that's about it for the Super Major.
Yep.
Mr. Brutal actually said a very good thing.
Planetary
Next week-
bombardment. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. So next week, on Sunday, we'll be having our first terrain day after the Corona bomb, and it will be my birthday, like my birthday celebration as well. So we're gonna have a barbecue at the end. We'll already have about 15 people coming in. Mr. Brutal is coming in. Risen is coming in. His girlfriend, his fiance is coming in. We
Well-
actually
well
maybe,
corrected.
and it depends on Daniel, but because he will be here from Germany to see Rotterdam, but
Yep.
there is a chance that he'll come as well. CJ will be there probably. Stefan, Dick, Peter. Faiz.
I will be there
there's a lot of people
spiritually.
coming. Yeah, this is going to be the biggest terrain day yet
Yes.
for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. That's gonna
It's
be.
going to
cool.
be at our workshop at the Kroon in Rotterdam.
Yep.
And we'll probably be building, painting, doing everything that needs to be done for September and November already. So if you want to come, bring your talents with you. There's one talent you really need, and that's dry brushing. And that's it. I mean, usually, if you don't, if you come, there's people coming to our terrain day and saying, "Well, I'm not really that good at painting," and it's like, "Okay, you see this building over here? You see this big ass brush over here? just put some white on it,
Yep.
make it a little bit lose most of the paint, and just go."
I mean, for sure,
It looks,
if you've painted Warhammer models before, you can do this. So you'll be fine. Even if you haven't. If you've painted walls, no, I'm kidding.
yeah,
If you renovated a living room, you'll be fine.
you can do this. Well, there are still things that you can build if you really don't want to paint.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
We actually need more terrain for Age of Sigmar. We
Yep.
need more terrain for the 9th Age, for
Yep.
the 9th edition. That's gonna be weird. 9th Age, 9th edition. It's gonna be.
We'll make it work. Well,
Really
it's 40k in the end, isn't it? So 40k 9th edition. You won't call it 9th edition 40k. You'll just call it 40k.
Yeah.
Cruel says,
40K.
gotta go. Pretend to be a dad. Have fun, guys. No worries, Cruel. Thanks for checking in. And we'll see you again soon, okay? Mr. Brutal says, I
yeah.
could do it without any prior experience before, so I can vouch for it. See, there you go.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
And now he's painting Necrons for upcoming the upcoming release. I mean.
There you go.
Yeah, so the terrain day is going to be, we'll provide everything. We'll provide drinks, we'll provide lunch, we'll provide brushes, we'll provide paint. All you have to do is bring your talent and your good mood, and that's it.
And some jokes.
If
always
the
good.
weather is good, we'll get outside. The Kroon actually has a very large tables where we can sit around in the sun, have a good laugh, and make sure that we'll get ready for November.
Yeah, I miss that.
So.
It's always nice, especially with the big picnic tables. Put the tablecloths on, sit outside, and crush out those tables at a time. It's always a lot of fun. Like if you look back at the end of the day, and you just stack out all the things you did with the team. It looks amazing. Like you see how productive you can be with like 10 people. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I actually made an event on Facebook for it, and if you look at that picture,
Oh yeah.
that amount of terrain,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of terrain actually built and painted in one day.
Definitely.
They say the Rome wasn't built in a day, but our terrain is. So.
Yeah, we didn't build the event in a day, but we can build tables in a day.
Yeah, we built tables in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to segue a little bit for like Mr. Brutal is painting his Necrons, and I mean, 9th edition is coming real soon. The hype is real, and those rules. I mean, people said it's going to be like 8.5 edition. It's not. I think it's a very streamlined version of 8th edition. But I can actually say it's not 8.5; it's a 9th edition.
So is it? I mean, would you
big changes?
Would that be the same kind of argument between 6th and 7th? Because 7th was also quite close to 6th, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
So
But
5th to 6th was
game
very
was
big,
actually-
and then 6th to 7 was a little less big, and then 7th to 8th was big again. Right?
Yeah, but can you? I mean, 6 and 7, the universal rules stayed
Yeah.
almost the same.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
right now there are some major universal rules changing. I mean, Overwatch is changing. Targeting characters is changing. Well, terrain is mostly streamlined, I guess.
Line of sight.
Multi-charging getting out of there just by
yeah.
made to change. So there are some major changes making the game for, especially I think at the start it's going to look a little bit blander, but in the end the meta is going to shift really big and it's going to be a better game. Armies are supposed to get smaller because of the price hike, and the size, of course, of the tables will be smaller,
Yeah.
making it for a quicker game, which is good. We really hated saying to people, well, you have to play quicker. It's one of the least liked parts of being a TO. Telling people to hurry the fuck up and not giving them full painting points. Those are the two major points for me I don't like about TO.
Ekel says, I think the change between 6th and 7th was smaller than 8th to 9th is going to be. I think armies is going to change a lot. Armies are going to change a lot, he says. Well, would you do you think the overall game size would go down? So because we see that there's talks about units becoming more expensive, right?
Yep.
So you would have less models, but then if you would also go from 2000 to say 1750 points, it's even less models.
Yeah.
So it's like a hat on a hat.
I don't think we're gonna go 70-50. But the if you do the math, 20% of the board is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
The change on the table size is actually quite big. So there is a chance that after 2-3 months, people say, well, the board is too small to go 2000 and let's go 70-50.
Right, you can't place your models, you mean? Because if you think about it, because you lose what? How many inches in the length do you lose? You go from what, 72 to 66 or 60?
You went to 60, so a full foot.
So you lose 12 inches there. Man, that's, I mean, if you think about it that way, like both sides, if you do hammer and anvil deployment, both sides lose 6 inches. Because the distance, like the deployment distance between the armies will be the same, right?
Yep.
So you just lose deployment zone. That's all you lose, yeah.
And then the sides actually make it like if you play hammer and anvil, those 2 inches they don't seem that big. But if you think about it, you only had a 12-inch deployment.
Exactly.
So that's going to be 10-inch, meaning that's 1/6 less.
Yeah.
Meaning you'll get there closer.
Exactly,
So,
and that's what I find interesting because when there's talk about it's a minimum size, but the implications for the game are actually very significant. Because adding 6 inch to your deployment zone on both sides makes a difference for when a close combat army wants to close with you. You just deploy 6 inch deeper into your deployment zone, but you don't have that. So a minimum size, I understand, like for your pickup games, but for an event, I think it can make a significant difference in the meta, to be honest. If you add deployment zone or take it off. And
did you read the rule about if you are in the enemy's deployment zone and they can come up from reserve, they can be within 9 inches?
Yeah, I think that's really good.
So that's very good.
Yeah.
But rushing your opponent suddenly isn't that like.
Yep.
It's like, okay, shall I charge my 20 Def Company Blood Angels in there right now and just be countercharged after that by Terminators coming up from the board?
Yep.
I mean, that makes it a more strategic game. And to be honest, a more strategic game is always a better game.
For sure. Completely agreed. Yeah. Without a doubt.
And so one thing that I wanted to see the change, but I don't think that'll make it, is the stacking of auras.
Yeah.
That is one of the things that's this. I mean, I play Dark Angel, so I don't have anything to complain about, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Reeling re-rolling, everything.
Hats on hats on hats. It's But we've already seen that, of course, with the -1s to hit that they don't stack to -3 anymore, right? It's just a -1 to hit. That's it.
Yeah, but they have to do that
Yeah.
for Space Marines as well. Please do that for Space Marines as well.
Yeah.
Because if you got the -2, -3 were like Heretic Astartes and Eldar.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Maybe sometimes a different unit, but most of them Eldar and
Like Alpha Legion,
Harlequins and Heretic Astartes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Because
Space Marines,
yeah.
if they get to reroll all that shit,
Yeah. I mean, there has to be. If this has been play tested so much as they say it is, I'm sure that they will have put that in too.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
because otherwise, what I'm like worried about somewhere in the back of my mind is that armies start to look more alike. Because you remember when in 8th edition when you got the Chaos Space Marine Codex, you had Alpha Legion, which had this -1 to hit outside of 12 inches, and then the Eldar Codex came along with another like Craft World, which had -1 to hit outside of 12 inches, and then the Space Marine Codex came along with a faction with -1 to hit outside of 12 inches or something. Like they all got the similar kind of rules, and I was like, okay, I mean it's similar. And they had different, like, other diversity within the army. But if now they're kind of dumbing down the stacks or just let's say the peaks in different armies, if they're gonna dampen them all, do you think they would look more alike?
I think there actually will be a more general approach of the game.
Yeah.
Right now you have you can either pick the possessed bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick there's a few things you can pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think it actually makes everything go closer.
Yeah.
So if you look at AppMac, it's going to have a big chance, especially with the new edition, new stuff they have. But AppMac is going to have a big chance. But Imperial Guard is going to have a good chance as well because everything gets closer to each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not only in range, but also in their abilities. I mean, playing an Imperial Guard and having -3 to hit is like easy win. It's like auto win.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed.
I mean,
what can you do about it?
And the auto win button is out of the game.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I think that when GW released 8th edition and all the rules with the -1 to hit, they didn't notice that had such a big impact, and it was like auto take.
Mm-hmm.
For a while. After a while, the Craft World -1 to hit lost their best part.
Yes.
Same with Alpha Legion and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it is a very big improvement on the game.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've only had a few months of Dark Angel goodness. Only a month actually with the rewriting of the doctrines.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen the extremity of it.
Yeah.
And that's I don't think a player who's in it for fun. They should, with this edition, with the 9th edition, there's a bigger chance if you play for fun, you still have a fun game against most players.
Right. Yeah, you bring the field a bit closer together. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good point.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think the targeting characters rewrite of the rule is. I had to. Did you read the rule like 6 times?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There was a lot of text in there. I was like,
it's one long sentence. I mean, put that in there somewhere.
Yes.
But the rule itself is very good.
Yes, I agree. But I mean, one point that CJ pointed out, because the rule is now that it needs to be an enemy, like a friendly unit of infantry with at least 3 models, or a vehicle or a monster.
Or a vehicle or a
so
monster,
no aircraft. That's out of the game.
An aircraft is a vehicle, but it doesn't.
But the category will be aircraft.
I don't know if it will be aircraft or vehicle.
Okay.
I mean,
but what CJ mentioned as well is like, especially for light infantry, you can just gun them down to below 3 and then snipe the character. But that just, I mean, on the one, I agree that is the tactic, but probably with the 8th edition in mind, the 8th edition style of play. But you would now in the new edition, you would not put one character behind 10 light infantry anymore, because you know this could happen, I guess.
Yep. So they're gonna hide more.
Yeah. I mean, like walking a plague champion behind 10 plague marines, I would feel much more comfortable than walking an Autarch behind 10 guardians. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing is that CJ, what he actually said was also very good. 2 grotesques, which are like enormous creatures in real life.
Yeah.
Do not block character targeting a character, while 3 small ass infantry guys from the guard actually do. So yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, Warchild. Good to see you here too.
So that actually makes the game. I mean, we just don't know enough yet about 9th edition, but the things that I see, and especially
Moon Tyranid says,
rules,
Moon Tyranid says that you can actually block a character better with 3 grots than with 2 grotesques.
but not too grotesque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's so true.
You'll always find that on the bleeding edge of rules, right? You always find these kind of crazy things.
Yeah. And then they'll probably be, if they really thought about it, there'll probably be like an errata real soon, or there's going to be like, okay, if you have more than 2 wounds, if models have more than 2 or more wounds, they count as you count the wounds instead of the models.
For example,
Terminate is good again. Please make Terminators good again. Please make Terminators good again.
Eichel says maybe they should have used number of starting wounds. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because if you have 1 wound bodies or multi wound bodies, that would be interesting. Yeah, that would be a good point. Moon Tyranid says thinking of Tyrant Guard too. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So what do you think about like if I charge you when you're in terrain? You don't get a bonus on your terrain, like you get a +1 save, like a cover save for the charging unit, but not for the unit that's being charged. I actually think that's good. But if you look at the round after that, everybody suddenly has a cover save, which is, in my opinion, very good.
Yeah. It makes. Let me have. I'm just trying to digest that right away. So, when you charge a unit in terrain, you get a cover save for the attacking unit.
Yeah, so
even though I would argue the defending unit would have a better time like preparing themselves, but all right, fine. I mean, it also on the other hand, it could reflect that when you're like hunkered down into a bunker, you're not really ready for what's happening outside. I don't know. Okay, fine. But then indeed, like you said, the next round everybody gets cover, so that just means like, combat gets slower, so that it's less bloody, a little less.
Yep. And I think actually that it makes like when you choose to charge, it's gonna have a huge impact on the game, because if he's in terrain, he'll lose his cover save. Yeah, sure. But after that, he can do the same to you, counter charging.
Yeah.
Meaning, I mean, I think there's actually a lot of good things in there. The terrain being a bigger impact on the game is actually one thing that I really wanted out of 9th edition.
Yeah, true. Because now they were literally what they were. There was no additional ruling.
And the additional rulings that were not implemented were like GW rules, like if you roll a 6 on your save for behind Promethean relay pipes, you can get a mortal wound. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I've yet to see. We've yet to see it. Because I mean, we've seen new editions getting launched a couple of times, and I would say because you saw it happening like in 5th edition, I believe we had some terrain rules. Then in 6th edition, you indeed got what you said, like with the Aegis defense lines, with the Aegis cannons, the bastions, and all that kind of stuff. Then indeed, I think in 8th you got those like what you just mentioned, like the Promethean relay pipes and all that kind of stuff. Like when you're standing close to it, this and this will happen. But in the end, at the end of the day, in tournaments, none of that was used. It was just the basic main piece of terrain rule. And I'm very curious to see if now the rules are now not clunky, or not too clunky to be quickly used in a tournament as well. Or would we just go back to the original? These are the new line of sight rules. These are the new cover rules. This is the main type of terrain we use, and go.
So guys in chat, I want to ask you. I've heard, and I'm not really sure, that you now look at line of sight from just your base. I'm not really sure if that was mentioned somewhere.
That I don't know.
But if that's true, that would make a really big difference, and I think it would be really fair to say that you only look from your base, because then you can. It doesn't matter how big your model is. Like a knight can be like this with his guns, and then I can see you with the tip of my rapid fire battle cannon, so I can shoot at you. I mean, in my opinion, that was a little bit gamey.
Well, if
Uh,
yeah, Akel says there's no news on this.
okay.
That would be interesting, because indeed, if you have any, then small models would have the benefit, right? Because you cannot look, you cannot watch over, or you cannot like fire over 5 inches of terrain. Apparently, everything behind that is blocked except knights and aircraft. Yeah, I don't know. If you would measure from the bases, like the whole fact that you have height on that model doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, but then you go into a whole different discussion, like what they did in Star Wars Legion, where they added the silhouette. Because then you would have like a standard measure, say this is the height, so from there you can measure, and this, like, you cannot measure from any point outside of your base. So even if your weapons would hang over the outside of the base, the edge of the base is the point where you measure. But yeah,
Wouldn't it be fair though? I mean, I think that would be fair.
yeah. Akel says, do you know what the best news of the new edition is, and it's not even a rules change? Well, lay it on us.
Yeah, please. Please.
What do you have in mind? Yeah.
I think the best news is the new models, actually.
Probably that's probably what's going to go down.
I mean,
black base rims. Why?
Black base. I don't get it.
Why would they? What? Okay.
Okay. Well,
anyway, yeah.
I'll just let him write.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, simply looking at the Primaris, I really love. Really love the bikers. I don't think I'm. There's a lot of people saying they're clunky, but I think there's actually merit to them. There's sensors in there, so the suspension will actually go up and down if you have a lot of terrain over there. So that's not gonna. I really love them. I don't like the assault intercessors because I just don't like. I don't like chain swords. I don't know why.
No, you need chain axes.
Yeah.
Everything else is irrelevant.
Well.
Everything else is irrelevant. You know it to be true. Search your feelings. It's chain axes all the way.
Yeah. I really, really freaking love the blade guard, except for the one with the skull with the skeleton in front of it. That doesn't make
No.
It doesn't make any freaking sense at all. But
hey, ACJ, welcome to the chat. Yeah. That's
Agnes actually.
Yeah.
I think that's Agnes.
Risen
Hey,
says
Agnes,
fixed bayonets.
you actually missed the announcement for the AOS event, but we'll recapture after everything is done. We're talking about 9th edition at the moment for 40k and the new model.
Akel says he loves the new Judicar. Yeah, I like the conversion opportunity that model gives me. Like, the model itself is fine, but the conversion, I mean, I'm gonna make the sickest Fabius Bile out of that guy. Did you see the picture I shared in the Alliance Open chat? Like in the WhatsApp group? Fabius Bile one. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the new fabulous Bill.
Fabulous Bill.
It's not my cup of tea.
No, like I really like the combination between, because the Judicar has a very menacing like stride. It looks very menacing, and then you just put the like some of the Fabius this kit on the back. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. I think the Judicar actually, he reminds me of like some of those manga paintings where you see like a menacing, like you see Frieza getting out of the fires or out of some blast from Goku or Vegeta or whatever.
Did you see that? Did you see that Photoshop where they photoshopped the head of what is that, Shrike on it, like with the black hair, like the emo dude? That looked fucking like he just walked straight out of some kind of anime. It looked really good. Yeah. Moon Tyranid says, I just want the buggy too. It's so good. Yeah. For the buggy, I'm a bit on the fence. Like on the one, you've got super cool land speeders. Why would you put wheels on something again? But I mean, the fact that they kind of took some inspiration from the Halo Warthog, right, where they put the assault cannon on the back, and then one driver in the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, it's new models. It's all good.
yeah. So, so Primaris, okay. Necrons,
Oh,
holy shit balls.
oh man.
Holy shit balls.
Yeah, the Necron
I
models.
just I actually woke up in like War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that
Oh
thing
man, like
is
what's the
amazing.
favorite one from what's release? What's your favorite Necron release? Like tease at the moment.
The tease?
Yeah.
Actually, the dragon thingy. The Satan. I mean that actually because
You mean the Silent King?
it really. Yeah, but we don't know the full model yet.
No, exactly. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I've seen, but from the full models I've seen, I think the Overlord.
Yeah. It's cool, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there's
I
so much
mean-
goodness in there. I really like the look of the.
I think I like them all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I like the look of the Plasmancer too, like the very static, like kind of old man. I thought it was quite menacing, and the new destroyer, the heavy destroyer, is insane. Like that thing, this looks like you don't want to mess with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think those thrusters are a bit too round, but that's it.
They are a bit like
I
he
have
was
to
stung by a
critical.
bee. Like he's a bit
Yeah.
swollen. Yeah. All for the
he
gains.
Set in a beehive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he set in a beehive.
Yeah.
And
But-
that's why he's mad.
Yeah,
He wants to
exactly.
destroy everything.
Yeah, hatred, everything. Yeah, but also
You
like,
remember that
how the hell
Necrons
did they
hated
stick?
everything, right?
What the hell did they stick that Doomsday Arc cannon on top of that War of the Worlds spider thing? Like they just stuck the gun on
Yeah.
top. It's like, look, here you go. Now you've got line of sight. Go for it. Go wild.
I mean, I think if I would play Necrons, I would actually make a soundboard with all the lasers from War of the Worlds, and just every time he shoots, it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
You have seen the movie, right?
War of the Worlds. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
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 yeah. With Tom Cruise
yeah.
dodging every. He's like Sly Marbo.
He has
dodging
plot
every,
armor.
like-
Come on, like. Yeah,
Uh,
plot armor all the way.
plot armor. all
Oh
the way.
man, yeah, but it all looks so good. Like I'm very curious to like what else is going to be released. Like the Silent King, we still need to see. I want to see the new Monolith. I think that was amazing. Like until like for the whole range, the Monolith I still think is the most ominous and like creepy weapon the Necrons have.
The idea of the.
And thanks for the follow, Katif. Welcome to the community.
Yeah.
So the monolith is just floats there, ominously, slowly approaching your lines, and then the particle whip just shoots chunks out of your battle line. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really hope that they make sure that reanimation protocols is gonna get like used, because usually it's like, oh, you have reanimation protocol, okay, I'm gonna kill that whole unit, and then I don't really give a damn. But the things I already seen, I mean,
yeah,
the more organic way, the more zombie-like way of the
Mhm.
Necrons
yeah.
are actually very good. Like,
Yeah.
What do you think about the walking trash cans? Like the
Oh, the little plasma sites or something, like the one with the cylinders. No, which ones do you mean?
with the talons, like, I don't know what their name is. I actually have no idea what their name is.
Yeah, you're not talking
They have,
about
like,
the no.
Yeah, those barrels with their sights like going down.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
those
Who, I
combat
mean,
thingies.
guards of the Cryptek. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what that's going to be. It would be really cool if they get some more some other kind of cool trick next to their reanimation things. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I
they
don't know
have to
what.
be really fast. I mean, like rave fast to be cool.
Hmm.
Not like 14 inches or something.
They will also mean like
I
a
think
like
the
a
idea
kind of
of them-
army-wide thing with the regeneration thing or the
Yeah.
the reanimation, constant reanimation protocols and everything. Like now it was just like, here's your feel the pain save, deal with it.
Yep.
You know, but maybe something to kind of flesh that out would be really cool.
Yeah, and I really like the I don't know what's it called, the one big plasma like reactor or something that's walking down, like I don't know. I really love that they kind of went away from the human
humanoid bodies
Yeah.
and went to
Yeah.
okay, we're
Yeah.
an alien race. Let's make ourselves aliens.
Finally, because the for me the Necrons of third edition when they got released were the most creepy version, and I hope this kind of goes back to a creepy version, because
Yep.
like when they were released they didn't say anything, they were voiceless, soundless, they just approached, and they ripped you to shreds, without
Yep.
saying a word, without emotion, without. It's just like, I think Krul always mentioned that it was like the Borg in Star Trek. Like it doesn't matter who you are, you're in our way. So you're either
Yeah,
you will be
you have to
assimilated
die.
or you're destroyed. And I think that's a really cool, ominous feel or vibe they had. And then when they got renewed in 5th edition, they got all this kind of character and goofy nonsense that I completely did not like. It was the Mad Ward version of Necrons, I believe. And now I hope now they might make another step, especially with the Silent King returning. I wonder how the storyline will develop for the Necrons. That's going to be interesting. So less of the maniacal, like mustache, like twirling, Andraki the Traveler, and all these kind of people like with their own agendas. I thought the fact there was an ominous kind of overlord or like one being moving forward, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, indeed. And that the fact that they just wanted to, okay, everything has to die, let's go.
Yeah, it's just you're on our planet, get out, and like you awakened us, and now we'll. I know.
Actually, it has been a long time ago that something from GWF actually gave me goosebumps, and the trailer actually did. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, what do you think
Yeah.
the box is going to cost? Do you have any idea? I mean, it's a lot of stuff in it.
Ooh. Phew. So I actually forgot what the last box costed. Was that Shadow Spear? No. What was it? Was it like 120 euros or something? Or more?
No, Shadow Spear was the last box.
Yeah, with the obliterators
back
and
from-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Risen Air says between 120 and 140 euros. Rumors around 120. Stefan says about 120. It's going to be, there you go. So it's, yeah.
If it's 120 euros, if I'm looking at the picture from what's in it right now, that's really sick for 120 euros.
Yeah.
It's like, so I see 20 Necro Warriors. I see 6 Kinetic. I see a lot of stuff. I don't know. Oh, someone's at my door. Give me a second.
All right. Okay.
I think it's.
Wait. Let me pull up.
I have to get out of my box.
You cannot do that. You'll lose your connection again.
No, not my connection, but I'm just gonna. It's gonna take a while for.
Let me just pull up the picture here real quick for myself, just to kind of refresh my memory here. Starter box. Wait, was there like one set picture for it? Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah, so you got one of those. Oh, just lost it. Here you got one of those walker, like War of the Worlds walkers. You've got some kind of new like destroyer. The destroyers with the triple legs and the blades. 20 warriors, a lot of scarabs, and then the Plasmancer seems with 2 of his retinue, and then indeed 3 bikes. Yeah, I think it's about right, to be honest. The price, I think it makes sense. I believe they say if you have to buy it separately, it will be twice expensive, but that's usually the case with a starter set, right? Usually the starter sets have a lot of value, and the drawback is that everything's monopose and just snap fit, and that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm just going to ban Mr. Cronian here because he's obviously a bot. So. Oh, thanks, moderator. Thanks. Yeah, good one. So yeah, yeah. So I think 120 euros sounds like fair value. I would say. I don't know what else is in there, but usually it's like a couple of dice. I miss the old red whippy measuring sticks and then the basic like quick cheat sheet rulebook. So I think it makes sense. I've seen a couple of these. I just hope they would continue with releasing the separate models. Probably with the Necron set that's going to be real quick, I guess, because it's going to be all new. I just hope they follow suit very quickly with separate releases and box sets. That would be nice. Like what we've seen with Shadow Spear, that we still don't have separate obliterators, for example. So we've got new ones, but you have to get them from Shadow Spear to build more obliterators, and there's 2 variants. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah. But I mean, it all looks good. Like even though like for personally, there's no both armies are. I'm not like I said, I don't play any of the armies in there, but like I would even be tempted to start Necrons just because they look so good. So if you're a Necron player, you're in a good place right now, and especially I know Mr. Brutal, you just started, so you just hit the jackpot just getting into 40k right now. Just say Necrons are so much better. I'm gonna play the shit out of the Necrons. Yeah, Stefan, you're starting Necrons too then? You're gonna go for a starter box? Yeah, they do look good. There's one of those armies that you have, like where you can have a lot of modeling plans for. Welcome back.
Whoop, whoop.
Heyo. Back on the phone
Heyo.
again, I see.
Let's see if the picture is getting away.
No, you're good.
Yep. I'm good.
Yep, split that stuff, paints hella fast, good new army. That makes sense, Stefan, that's true. Risen says, I think a lot of people are going to take up Necrons. Usually when the starter boxes hit, you see an influx in those armies, right? Space Marines is always on the influx. But indeed, the Necrons now got an influx. When Chaos was in the starter set, it was Chaos. It just goes around all the time.
Yep, always.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm thinking which of the core armies has not been in the starter set yet. That's Tau. And then Eldar. Yeah. Orcs have been in the starter set twice.
No, Dark Eldar has been in the starter
Dark
set,
Eldar,
not
yes.
Eldar.
Yeah.
Harlequins, of course, but they are a new faction.
Yeah.
Or newer.
But like the
Knights will
main,
never be in the starter
looking at the
box.
main faction. So Nids were in 4th edition starter set. It was I forgot the name, but it was in the 4th edition starter set. Was Nids versus Marines.
So Imperial Guard.
Yeah, but that's not really an antagonist to the Marines, right?
No. So then it would be like Imperial Guard versus something else.
Yeah, but they will never exclude the poster boys. So I'm guessing the only army I haven't seen yet in a starter set is Tau Empire then. Because now the Necrons are brought into the fold. We've seen Orcs twice with 2nd edition and 5th edition. We've seen Nids in 4th. We've seen Dark Eldar in 3rd. 6th edition was Chaos.
First Dark Angels.
7th edition was what? Yeah, Battle of McCrack. Thank you, Moonturner. That's the one. Yes.
There was actually 7th edition did not have a starter set, didn't it? It was the same.
Oh yeah.
Dark Imperium.
Yeah, but then they started releasing these double sets, right? With what, like Space Wolves versus
that's
Orcs
true,
and like all
that's
that kind of
true.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ultimately we've been chatting for 1.5 hours. Like we can go on about this for hours. Gene Stealer cults are relatively new. Yeah, true.
Yeah, Gene Stealer cult actually. I think they could be. You could play like Imperial Guard versus Gene Stealer.
That would be pretty cool.
For a starter.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was just like another box set, not a starter set of the edition, but a box set like Space Wolves versus Orcs, or like was it Raven Guard versus Chaos, like or something like. That would be interesting. Like just do Guard versus a Gene Stealer cult because it makes sense as a battle, doesn't it? And that's the level they fight.
It actually does.
Yeah.
Defending your planet versus an invasion from.
I think that's pretty cool. Stefan says, I have the feeling they never really got any traction. Like the Gene Stealer cults, well, I mean, they've been in and out, right? I think it's still a super amazing army. Like, I need to check how they will play in 9th edition. I also shouldn't be fooling myself. I won't be starting it. But it's an army that's been on my list, like, to start, you know? But it's
way too many models.
Yeah,
for me.
But I mean, the gameplay is so cool, like popping up everywhere, and it's a different game you're playing instead of deploying and going through your move psychic, shoot, assaults. Like it has many more elements, which makes it really cool. I love that with the demons back in the day as well. Like when you could do a lot of summoning and summon all kinds. It's a whole toolbox you could use, and it's actually it's complicated, but it's really fun to play. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. It's the different aspect, just like so the what's it called? The Genari had were too good. They're different stuff.
Right.
But the actually good thing about Genari was that it was cool that you do things out of sequence.
Yes. Yeah.
The same with like the one thing I kind of miss in this edition is interception, an easier interception than you have to be within 12 inch of an infantry unit, and then you can shoot with a -1 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you remember the days when with the good old intercept rule, like that was insane, right? When you had
That was a bit
Tau
too good.
Riptides with their blast sparks, like, yo, here you go, bam, get out of here. Whoa.
That was a bit too good, but there is an in between version, and that I don't think that's what's happened in 8.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good rule. I mean, I really like intercepting.
It would be
stuff
fun to
in-
see something like that coming back, especially with the changes in flyers too. Like there's a way when flyers come back, like if flyers just go on and off the board all the time, there should be a way to kind of put some pot shots on them when they come in.
Mitigate that. Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Now we're just stirring the pot a little bit. We don't know.
I think it would be awesome to just say, okay, there are some planes who can just come up from your own board edge.
Yeah.
So you don't. I mean, getting if Helldrakes become those guys, I mean, then the Helldrakes become really good.
Yeah, because Helldrakes they're not classified as aircraft now, are they?
No, not yet.
So probably won't. I think they'll just be like now, like they're really long range assaulting units with flamers. I don't know if they'll go back to aircraft status.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so
yeah.
we can talk about 9 forever.
We can.
We actually wanted to show off some pictures from our Discord server as well, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you kick me out, like out of the stream, do people still hear me?
No, like I can keep you in. I just need to switch to. I'm just gonna switch to the. I'm gonna switch your screen, your camera to the Discord window. Give me a second here, and then so we won't see you, but you will be back here. We will be able to hear you. That's what I should say.
So I can finally get naked.
Yeah, I might put you back on the air though before the end. I'll just give you a heads up. Like the safe word is Farfignugan, and then you need to put everything back on. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Let me change
Deal.
the window capture.
I'll just start now. Okay.
Huh? I was just in time. I saved you, chat. I was just in time. So we're just gonna go through some of the cool like hobby stuff as far as you can see. I know it's a bit small and like up in the screen, but I hope you can see it a little bit because we don't have full screen capability right now. I'll make sure I'll build that for the next one. But we can see Ekel's work on his Marines also is very good. He's been testing out his desert bases and they look amazing. So that's really cool.
And actually more of a dry brush approach from Marines and and then the desert bases, which we had. It's like it took them 3 or 4 takes to get it perfectly right, but as it is of now, I mean, I love it.
That's, I mean, and ultimately, of course, that's all fine. Like it's all, you know, some bases, some things you just need to test a couple of times and say, okay, this is the one I'm going for, and then when you're confident with the scheme you want to go for, then you can just pump it out. Akel says no dry brush, all airbrush. No, I mean this is all dry brushing, man. Come on.
Yeah. Be honest, man.
How can you airbrush all these highlights, man?
Dry brush and contrast. I mean.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go back down like all the other like
Liar.
that. Can I do this actually? No, I cannot. So I'm just gonna go.
He's a liar.
To the pictures that we can really see clearly. We see Milos working on his Vulcan, like the salamanders.
It's the new guy, the new Vulcan guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool. See, Akel's doing a lot of work on the free hands on the knights. Let me just see if I can find a bigger picture here. Yeah. Yeah, he's been getting on pretty well.
Yeah, so Peter is working on a commission for Cruel actually to finish the knights and give them free hands.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's getting harder for my brother to find inspiration on what to freehand, but I really dig the work.
What I really enjoy is the shade in the corners of the freehand with the same color, like the shaded kind of like paper color. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
That when I saw that, I was like, okay, yes, Yes.
Yes.
That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Adds a lot of depth to it, indeed.
For sure. And I like because Peter's done a lot of work on black and white, and this like with the colors is really cool to see.
Yeah.
We got some more salamanders, also with a like freehand here of a dragon on the back on the cloak. That's pretty cool. Really good attempt too. Like it's really like with the even with the stippling, the stippling makes it look good. That's a good job. Also Milos as well on the salamanders on his Storm Raven.
Yeah. So for those watching, if you're not part of the Patreon yet, or you just don't use a lot of the Discord server, check out what you're not missing out on. But it really works well to show inspiration, to let other people know. Okay, so this is what I'm painting. Maybe you should do this. I mean,
there's painters of all or hobbyists of all ages and all levels of skill in that group. So
yep.
I mean, you're not alone in any level you are. And you could just get good advice from anyone. It's really good. I think what Milos did here actually with his like using some freehand techniques to make scales on his dreadnought actually works out really well.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
And usually with stuff like that, it's just a means to look at. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you want to be a perfect painter. Okay, good luck.
You'll never achieve it. Like it's never as good as you have. No. That's, at least for me, it's never as good as I have in my mind, like how I want it to be. I really like the fact that he charred this base with the like black charred end. I think that's really cool.
Yep.
Let's see, more freehands.
So could you? Yeah, more freehands. If you go a little bit more up, you can see a lot of stuff from Orient, more from.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Some more chaplains. Also Acol, this is good stuff. Let's see. We got Dennis here working on his Death Guard. Death Shroud in this case.
Yeah, those Death Guard also got some juicy news.
Oh yeah, they did.
I mean, how many legions did they get? 7?
How many what, sorry?
How many like
elite choices?
Legions or
legions, I think probably 7. Like they had a lot of interesting legions added, a lot of interesting stratagems also adding to Death Guard characters, which they have a lot of because they have a lot of elite options with all the characters like the Blight Spawn and the Plague Surgeon and they have so many options there, and actually some of the stratagems make them better. And also I think the interesting additions of Death Guard in the how do you say, the virulent rounds, where you can make your bolter rounds on 6s, they become AP -4, and they become plague weapons, so reroll to wounds with the right traits and people around them. And then it's also, they had like this kind of like bolter discipline, where all the bolters would go to rapid fire 2. So they would rapid fire 4 shots, I believe, on half range. But because they're Death Guard, they have...
remember it?
What?
Do you remember the time when bolter fire was like, okay, I'm going to shoot bolters. Yeah, why? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, why would you shoot them? Yeah. Well, now, I mean, if you get rapid fire 2, so you go to 4 shots over 12 inch, but because the Death Guard have inexorable advance, they actually rapid fire on 18 inches while moving. So they kind of get a better buff on the fact that they are just moving and gunning down, heading towards the trenches. I think that's really cool.
Which usually was a useless Legion trait.
Yes.
Oh, yippee, I get rapid fire into
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. We got Daniel working on more orcs. I think this is from the list he's been playing on Tabletop Simulator all the time with his killer cans, which is an amazingly fun list. That's really cool, with all the cans and the guns and everything. Melvin working on his Necrons.
With the new army buffs, actually is very good. You can play a little bit more techy.
Yeah. Stefan says, those cans made me lose yesterday. Yeah, you played them, didn't you? Yeah, it must have been fun. Yeah. So we've got more Death Guard in here. Yeah.
So I think this is something we'll do every time, just to give you an update on what's happening on the hobby time.
Yeah. So
especially upcoming not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that, you'll see a lot of pictures or a lot of things from us from our terrain day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, indeed.
I really.
We have Ricardo working on his sister's too. It also looks amazing with the marble, kind of like the stone effect. That sister's arm is coming along really well.
And the good thing is that he actually posted a picture, and there were like some of the guys like, well, you could add a little extra. And I think he put only a few more minutes in it, and it actually made it a lot better. And also in his own opinion, not like, okay, I'm going to do it because the people say, no, because it actually was better after he did. So that's why those forums like the Discord works very well.
Exactly. It just works out fine. What else? I'm looking for Ori's like Harlequin stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit more.
As you can see, there's a lot flying. Oh, here's my my idea for Fabulous Bill, but then with a different head. So this is the Judicar with the bits of Fabius. I think that's going to be really cool. Katif says we just need more AOS. Yes, be the change you want to see in the world. So make sure that we the more Age of Sigmar players we can get in here.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get Fabian in here as well a lot more time.
Yeah. So the more Age of Sigmar players we can get into the Discord, the more of this kind of content, of course, we can also share.
Yep.
Yeah. Ori's been working on his freehands on his jet bikes with all the checkered patterns. He did a really good job on that one because Ori, I don't think he ever really freehanded before. But he just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna try, and that worked out really well. Yeah. Gorvin says also a lot more Blood Bowl. Well, there you go. I mean, share with me, my friend. Like, share it in the Discord, and it's gonna be.
I actually want to play Blood Bowl once. I mean, I really have to try.
Yeah.
I mean, football with kicking each other in the teeth sounds good to me.
Exactly. Like it's more specialist games. Yeah. It's all good. Like I see, could be working on his Star Wars Legion with the Stormtroopers.
Yep. So is it really, Danny, to like summarize what we talked about today?
Sure.
And after that, I mean, I still have to eat.
Oh yeah, what time is it for you? Oh, you didn't have lunch yet. Okay.
No, yeah, because our lunch was late.
Ah, I see. Let me push you back on back on screen then. Give me a second here.
Just let me put back.
Yeah, put on your clothes. Yeah, do you have your clothes on?
Yeah, I'm safe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
good. All right. You're in that position though, with your hands behind your back. How relaxed are you now? This is like yeah.
The position in the, you know the position in the pool, right? When,
yeah.
When
sure.
the guy starts leaning back.
Yeah.
On the floor. You know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to summarize everything that we talked about today.
Yes.
First of all, our upcoming online events. So we're gonna have an AOS Tabletop Simulator tournament starting from the. I'm just checking again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do right. Starting from the 29th of June. It's gonna last for a month, 1 week, one game a week, and make sure to write us an email and say
yep.
I want to be in, or just go on the Discord channel.
Yep.
Then we have our online painting competition. One single model, being a character or a hero, if you want to paint AOS. It's gonna be the date when we announce the winner is gonna be the release of the 9th edition box.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do an unboxing and we'll do the winner of that.
Yep.
So 1 week prior to that, you'll have to put in 3 pictures on Discord server, not photoshopped. It has to be a character or a hero. It has to be based.
Yeah.
And if you think I'm not gonna win, but I just want to show my models, please do.
Yeah.
We need as many pictures as possible. I mean, I love seeing everybody working on their models.
Exactly.
Even though if it's your first character or whatever, I don't care.
It is like what a lot of I have that personally, but I think you have that too, and a lot of other people too. Is that when you're painting with more people, it's nicer. It's easier to motivate yourself. Together with other groups, you could just kind of share your work and ask for advice. This is kind of what we try to simulate with this competition. Like you're still painting together for a common goal.
Yeah, indeed.
And Katif is asking, do you have a description or Facebook event for the TTS AOS event so I can share it?
Yeah, we actually have a Word document which I can send you, Agnes, so then you can share it.
Yeah.
It's actually on my other computer because of my difficulties. But
Yeah.
I'll send it to you after this chat.
Cool.
So that was the AOS tournament and the painting competition. Then we'll have the terrain day coming in 1.5 weeks on the Sunday. It's a terrain day with already around 15 people.
Yeah,
And
15, yeah. 28th of June,
50,
right?
Yeah, 28th of June.
Yeah.
Lunch will be done by us. Drinks will be all by us. Barbecue after that is for the Alliance Armory, of course, and for my birthday. Because
Weather permitting.
Yeah, weather permitting.
Yeah.
I actually saw the weather forecast already changing from thunderstorms to cloudy. So let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, we got this. Come on.
And if the barbecue will not work out, we'll just get Chinese and or pizzas or whatever.
You hear that, guys? He's ordering me back. Like.
Yeah. I'm ordering him back by fast transport.
Yeah.
By what you call by drop off.
Yeah, exactly.
So so that's going to be the 28th. If you want to join, please let us know. We already have a big crowd and really love to see as many people as possible. After that, so next to that, we'll have the AOS Grand Tournament, which is going to be on the 27th and 28th of September. 2-day tournament, 5 games. Let's see if I'm correct. The 26th and the 27th. 5 games, 2,000 points. We're working on the rules pack. It's going to be a better rules pack than it was last event. And me and Fabian will be the TOs. So expect the rules pack to be there shortly and the tickets to go online on the let's see where the 2nd of July, and for the early bird tickets is going to be the 25th of June. And I think that's everything for the upcoming events.
Yep.
Super Major actually have 166 tickets sold already.
Yes. So 90 tickets left.
90 tickets left.
Yep.
Very happy. Already the biggest event we ever did for a single event. We went to the Jaarbeurs. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, head on over to our Instagram actually if you want to see Martijn's walk around video of the Jaarbeurs location, and it's amazing connectivity to the central station. Like a 2-minute walk is amazing. And also, if you still have people around in your social circle still on the fence about going to that event, we think that the more and more countries start slowly, safely opening back up, we think the flow of tickets will start going much faster again. So make sure you inform your social circles that it's, even though there's 90 left, don't be surprised if the closer we get to this, actually suddenly it might go very fast. Yeah.
So we actually, the early bird tickets for the Super Major is actually going to close on the day that the 9th edition will be released. So we'll have an unboxing party. Make sure that everybody gets their ass in check and make sure they get their tickets. And if they don't want to play 9th edition, well, screw them.
It is what it is. Katis says, I still don't know if I want Zinch or Seraphon for Age of Sigmar.
Seraphon, lizards.
Yeah, easy decision for you.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, easy for me. But that's because it's the only army I have. Actually, I have teams as well, but those are tangos and they're not good. Well, people want to play on any of our events, want to know all about us. Make sure to show them our Facebook, our Patreon, our Instagram, our whatever, YouTube. Just show them everything and make sure to get them on check. And for all those guys who don't want to be a part of the Patreon but still want to be part of our Discord server, there's a possibility to not pay like monthly, but make a bank transfer to us directly, but you have to send us a message. So if you know people who don't want to be part of the Patreon but want to be part of our community, make sure to check them out.
Exactly.
because we have had a few people already ordering terrain with discount, already ordering tickets with discounts. I mean, sounds good to me. So I think for me that's about it. I don't know if Danny still wants to share.
No, I think we've said most. We've been going now for almost 2 hours, so I think it's been a good session. Right now it's almost 9 o'clock for me. So I think it was a good chat. It was nice. Like, it was nice catching up with you too. Like, just bantering about the hobby, thinking about 9th edition, thinking about Age of Sigmar, thinking about all the new things coming up, and also sharing some more insights with the people in here. I hope that's appreciated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent 2 hours for it.
Indeed. Indeed. But we should be doing this more often. Yeah, it's enjoyable.
I think we can make. Actually, I'm always off on Friday, so I think we can make it a more common thing.
Yeah. Ultimately,
maybe
actually,
next time not.
This also works pretty well. I can also check in with Stefan, because this works really well. This kind of setup, and even if on your screen now we would put all the other like people, like Alliance Open members, could put you would just share the screen here on the right, on the left for you guys, and then you get all your faces in there. I think that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, the funny thing is that you can actually join if you're part of the Discord community. You can actually join the chat if we open it for you. If we want a little chat with you.
Yep.
So maybe we can do that next time.
Yeah, we could do some. It's provided with camera though. It needs to be visual.
Yeah, it needs to be visual. Yeah.
Just to kind of get a feel for the face. I think like I had this discussion on my university last week, that when people join online meetings, actually opening the cameras makes for a much better meeting than without.
Yep.
Just because you get a more personal connection when you see people instead of just hearing them. So it's something I want to roll out for the Alliance Open board meetings too. Next Monday. We just do cameras, all cameras on.
Okay. All cameras on.
And clothes off. And you know how it is.
Yeah. No, I just want to say I'll just make sure that I'll not be naked.
Yeah, you know. But you won't see it. It's all from the neck down. Like, it's only see this in all the meetings, but yeah.
Yeah. So, guys and girls, we really want to thank you for joining us.
Yes.
This chat, and we're gonna do it more often. We're gonna keep you updated on everything we're doing, and we hope to see you on our online events or on our terrain days or our events. I mean, we really, really miss you guys.
Yeah, for sure. In more ways than you know. So, I mean, we're all super psyched to get back on the road and get started with this, and I'm sure you are too. So, we can't wait to see all you guys again.
Yeah. Can we leave actually with our Telcel commercial? Do you think you can pull it off? Like, put the YouTube commercial in my video, and then I'll just leave. And then...
I can, but then I'll just be sitting there awkwardly. I think next time what I should try to do is put that full screen. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I'll save that for next time, okay? Yeah?
Promise for next time.
Will do.
Okay. Guys,
all right.
Thank you very much for coming. I'm going to say bye, and I'm going to let Danny do his thing with shutting everything down.
Well, it's not much...
From the Netherlands.
Yeah, not much else to say after that, but thanks everybody. Thanks for joining in. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you follow the channel so you know when we're online the next time. We'll also be playing some more Tabletop Simulator games in Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar. So if you like that kind of stuff, tell your friends, follow the channel, and you'll know when we're online. Other than that, I just want to wish you a very nice weekend. Stay safe, and we will see you again very soon. All right? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.